Hey, what's up guys? I'm Bobby Dean and I am the owner and creator of Diosa by Bobby. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, and I come from a Dominican background. Growing up, I was raised Catholic, but I was also raised to embrace my spiritual side, and through that, I grew up also practicing Santeria. So when practicing Santeria, a lot of people have the connotation that it has nothing to do with God, that it's, practicing voodoo and it's, black magic and it's negative, and unfortunately that's not the case. So I created the name Diosa because I wanted people to know that in that name there is Dios, which in Spanish means God. Now you add that to Diosa, that means goddess. And I believe that just about everything starts with women, femininity. So that's why goddess. But I don't want the men to think that this isn't for them, because I do make products for them as well. And I do believe that everyone is a god. So that's why we are gods and goddesses. Now the products that I make handmade jewelry and handmade candles, and all of these products can be for men and women. Everything has a meaning and a benefit to help you better your situation. So I make certain candles that can help you manifest money. I make candles that can help you manifest peace and tranquility, because at the end of the day, who doesn't need peace and tranquility? Who doesn't need money? These are things that we all need. These are the things that we all think about from a day to day. And I do think that sometimes people might need just that little extra push, that little assistance. I'm here to help you connect the dots. So the reason that I wanted to hand make these products basically is because I wanted a part of myself to be in each and every item that is created. I know that a lot of companies and a lot of brands do wholesale and they kind of put their name on these products, but I wanted this to literally come from me. I wanted my involvement to be 1000%, not 100%, 1000%. And how I said energy is a very big deal for me. I want my energy to be in these products because I really want to make things that can help people, and I want that to translate in every single step of the way of the products being made. So each product is handmade here in my home in Los Angeles, California, and yeah, every item has the intention to help you with something. So even for instance, like the jewelry that I make, from the chokers to belly chains to earrings, everything has a purpose, right? So for instance, this choker that I'm actually wearing, in some cultures, some people call this a fish eye, some people call it the evil eye, other people call it the the Hassan. Well, in some of my jewelry I do have the actual Hassan, but basically what this does is it protects you and your being from negative energy. So they help to assist you with anything love, and I'm a very loving person and I'm all about the good energy, so I want every piece to have something positive to help you. So now I'm gonna take you guys through the process of how I make my candles and jewelry step by step. So come with me. All right, so to get started, we're gonna need a pot, a pitcher, some water, wax, and a stove. Doesn't need to be completely filled up to the top. You just maybe about a quarter full. Then you're gonna put that on the stove. Then you're gonna fill your pitcher with wax. Then from there, you're gonna put the pitcher inside of the pot, and then you're gonna start your stove. Now the temperature that you decide to set is totally up to you. I like to set it up very, very high so that it speeds up my process. All right, so as your wax starts to melt, make sure to give it a good stir so like that your wax melts evenly. You want to make sure that every bit of wax is completely melted, so like it's an even pour when it comes to that point. Now it's time to pour. Now, right before pouring is when you would want to decide what fragrances to add, or if you're going to add any coloring to it, make sure the coloring is melted before we get to the pouring part. We're going to add whatever coloring we decide or whatever essential oils to give it some fragrance. We add our essential oils, and then we're ready to start the pouring process. All Diosa by Bobby products are handmade with vegan and cruelty-free ingredients. Before we are completely ready to start pouring the wax, you want to have your jars set up. Now, you can either set up your jars before you start melting the wax or in between that, before the wax is completely melted. Once we set the warning labels, we can put our wicks. Now, I like to use a glue gun to get my wicks stuck to the jar. Some people like to use a sticker method. You can totally use the method that works best for you, but like I said, I like to use a glue gun. Then from there, we stick our wicks, and then you're gonna need a wick holder. Now, I use a combination of a metal bow tie shaped wick holder. All right, and now it's time to pour. So now that your wax has reached its melting peak, and that is normally a temperature of 175 degrees, now that it's all mixed in, you already put in your essential oils and coloring of your choosing, we're gonna go ahead and pour. Now, I like to use a funnel, and I highly recommend that you do use a funnel, because if you don't, it can get a little messy and you don't want any safety hazards. So now that you've poured your wax, you're gonna let your candles sit in the same spot where you poured from for 24 hours. Make sure that it's in a nice, safe place where no one's gonna move them, and make sure to have no fans turned on, no windows open, nothing that can basically change the temperature around your candles. I wanted women to know that this is something that they could do as well. And actually, I should take that back. It's not that it's easy, that you're gonna wake up one day and be like, oh my God, my business, it's booming, it's taking off. It's not that, but I mean the process to get it started is not as scary and complicated as we think. You really just have to do a little research and then put some action behind it. So, you know, having my mother as a role model and then seeing all of these other amazing and talented women online doing this, hey man, why can't it be me? Why can't it be you? We can do this, we can achieve it. And even that alone, I wanted other people to be inspired by that and to say like, wow, like she's starting her own business. I want to do that. And this is why we're here today. I want you guys to get to know me and get to know the brand.